guys, and welcome back to another episode of Federico Talks Watches. Now today, of course, is Rolex release day. I will proudly say none of my predictions were right at all. Credit where credit due. I'm maintaining my losing streak in term of predictions. But yeah, let's get the breakdown of all the models that were released in today's episode. Now, of course, before we get started, customary wristwatch check. Today I'm wearing the brand new part of my collection, the Messina Lab Arch Type. Very small brand made by William Messina, called obviously Messina Lab. This is my second one in my collection. Very cool vintage gilt dial, or, a vintage gilt dial remake, shall I say. And also, guys, don't forget to check out delraywatch.com, the hot deal section particularly, where you can see a bunch of very cool watches that have been heavily discounted. Everything from this beautiful Grand Seiko GMT to this Blancpain annual calendar in mint condition. delraywatch.com. Go right now. Watch this video right after that. Alrighty, so Rolex, new releases, and I'm going to say, in a sea of year after year boring new releases by Rolex, this year takes the cake. You guys know I'm honest. I'm only making this video because I know you guys want to see it, but at this point, me and Rolex are just not getting along. I'm bored, I am tired, I can not really see any reason to want to own one, apart from the fact that I own two, but I don't think that's going to be for long. But let's leave the negativity, in my opinion, out of the way, and let's talk about what they've released. Now, the only good thing I think they did this year is they brought back the Rolex Explorer 1 36mm. While it's too small for me, I do get it. It's a cool watch. It's a classic size. It makes sense. Tudor kind of made a Black Bay 36, so the Explorer 36 also makes sense. They're kind of putting Rolex and Tudor a little closer together. I love this choice. Now, they also released this in two-tone, which I think is a travesty. Rolex's purest watch, purest sports watch, the icon of sports watches, what invented the Rolex sports watch, has now been made two-tone. Obviously, just to grab sales, no respect for kind of lineage and heritage. I don't get this one at all. And at $10,800 for a 36mm two-tone watch, I mean, I can take it or leave it, but I think it's a pretty stupid release. Next is the all-new Explorer 2 50th anniversary, with a new reference number. This is a complete waste of time. So it's got the new GMT Master 2 caliber. Okay, that's kind of interesting. But the case is basically the same. The hands have a slight change. The black dial no longer has black painted hands in the center. And they say the case is kind of slimmed down a little bit. But I'm going to be honest, I can't really see it. And there's a tiny little crown on the dial. Essentially, it's the same frickin' watch. Like, same watch with the updated movement. Why even tease this on Instagram, Rolex? I mean, at this point, you're just making fun of us. You're going to tease the exact same watch that already exists. I mean, if this isn't pure laziness, okay, I get if you wanted to update the watch, but don't update the aesthetics. I guess don't fix what's, not broken. Tease it on Instagram? I mean, at this point, I don't know. If no one finds that ironic, apart from me, then I'm obviously jaded in the watch industry. Then we have a 36mm Datejust with a few new dials, fluted motif dial, a palm motif dial, yada, 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 boring, all the stuff nobody really cares about. And we got white, rose gold, and yellow gold Daytonas with a meteorite dial. Woohoo! And of course, you can now get the Pepsi on an oyster bracelet, and the Batman is also back on an oyster bracelet, which doesn't really mean anything. You could always do that before. The bracelets always fit. Rolex just refused to sell it to you so that they could obviously claim a new release this year. But essentially, the only thing that's actually changed is a 36mm Explorer, which was an awesome release, but then they went and shat the bed with a two-tone version. I don't know. I'm having a lot of trouble kind of holding my emotions back on this one. I just feel like Rolex has played with my emotions and completely wasted half my day by waiting with these completely bullshit and irrelevant releases. Not that they're bad watches, I'm not complaining about the product, but God, could it get any more boring? Like, this company is like, I don't know, it's innovation zero, risk taking zero. If it wasn't for their marketing department, these guys would have gone bankrupt in the 60s. I don't know, I'm done. Enough with this video. Take care.